And now I have the great pleasure of introducing our welcome speaker, the city clerk for the city of Chicago. She was sworn in as a city clerk of Chicago on January 25th, 2017. Clerk Valencia oversees one of the largest offices in the city, serving 1.2 million Chicagoans and generating more than 130 million annually. Under Valencia's leadership, the office of the city clerk has made it a priority to find new and innovative ways to bring services directly to the residents, increase civic engagement, improve inefficiencies, and collaborate across government in the private and public sectors. Prior to becoming the clerk, Valencia served as the second woman and first Latina to run for Mayor Emanuel's Legislative Council and Government Affairs. Please help me welcome the Honorable Ana Valencia.
I see you ladies back there. Thank you. I am so honored to be standing here before you today. It warms my heart to be on this stage because not very long ago, in fact, maybe 12 years ago, I'm 33, so I'm a millennial leader, and I was in your seat. So to be standing here was something I never imagined when I was just your age. And so for me, this is a very powerful moment. As stated, I am your city clerk of Chicago. I am the only female and Latina citywide elected in the city of Chicago. Thank you. I'm the second Latina to ever hold this position since 1837. And as I look at the crowd today, I see myself reflected in you. Not long ago, like I mentioned before, I was in your shoes, an ambitious, civically engaged young Latina who wanted nothing more than to positively impact my community and my city. However, I was new to the world of business and politics. As the daughter of a union painter and a nonprofit worker, I was the first in my family to go to college. I didn't even know that politics was a career because there were very few people and leaders that looked like me or were from my community. This year's theme is Generations of Courage, Preserve, and Progress. And as both a millennial leader and as a Latina, I am what progress looks like. I am the future, along with all of you in this room, of what leadership looks like in this country. And don't let anyone tell you different. At age 31, I was the first Latina to ever serve in the Mayor Rahm Emanuel's as Director of Legislative Council and Government Affairs, meaning I was in charge of all of the city's legislation in DC, Springfield, and Chicago. And by 32, I was the second Latina to hold this position since 1837. And while this is progress, we still aren't there yet. That's why organizations like USHLI are so important to help build the next generation of diverse talent in this country. We need more leaders that look like you and me and have our lived experiences and perspectives change the policy. Because if we're not at the table and our voice isn't heard, but not only heard, but taken seriously, we're going to continue to get failed policies that don't impact our communities for the better. And I think what is most important as we look around is that we can't just celebrate me being the second. I don't think real progress is going to be until we celebrate the 50th Latina in my seat. Thanks. And all this to say is that my position is not unique at all. And I often tell people I am not a unicorn, and neither are you. We are out there. And so my message is to the employers and to the leaders out there like myself is be intentional when hiring. We can do the job, and we are willing to do the job. We just need that door of opportunity to be opened. And my message to you here is that we have to meet the employers halfway. We also have to do our part. So when that door opens up and we are sitting at the table, that we are ready and prepared to lead. We have to hustle hard, and we have to ask people that we admire and see and who we want to be for coffee. And when they say yes, because they will say yes, you must come prepared with your questions and your asks. And ask them to help introduce you to their networks. and continue to learn new skills to build up our networks and find leadership development opportunities like USHLI to help cultivate our talents and to get us to the next level. Because the people in this room and at your table around are going to be the people that help push you and get you there. Again, I'd like to welcome you. It is my great honor to the city of Chicago, the city of broad shoulders that's welcoming to all, where it's possible for us all to rise together. And I'm so excited and incredibly proud to see what you will all do in the future and hopefully leading from my seat or other seats in this country. Thank you. And before I go, I want to do one shameless plug for a new program in my office. It's called the City Key, known as the Municipal ID program. And there were many people who said, don't do it, or we can't do it because of who was in the White House. Well, we're not slowing down progress for who's in the White House. So, we're launching it in April, and it's called the City Key because this card is going to unlock opportunities for all Chicagoans. And it's a government valid ID, so no matter what your immigration status is, your housing status, or whether you're homeless or reentry community, this card can be for all Chicagoans. So it's a government ID, plus it's your library card and your public transportation card, plus an emergency contact number, a veteran's designation, and the first card in the state of Illinois to allow you to pick female, male, or non-binary gender. But this card did not come from me. This card came from the community, and it came from advocates, and came from people in this room. It came from grassroots policy. And so, what I ask of all of you is demand your elected officials include you in policymaking decisions, and run for office so you can be at the table, so when we have this policy and it rolls out, it's hand in hand with our community partners and our voices of the seniors and our youth. So, sign up in April for this card if you live in Chicago. And again, thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.